was often called was, did you know that when Rosie Douglas suddenly died on October 1st, 2000, Pierre Charles was elected as Douglas's successor? Did you know that he became ill in February of 2003? Concerns about his health led to calls for him to step down. Did you know that on Tuesday, 6 January 2004, upon his return from medical leave of absence, Charles succumbed at the age of 49 to a heart attack while being driven home from a cabinet meeting? I'll focus today on Did you know former Prime Minister, the late Honorable Pierre Charles. Up next, we'll bring you the DBS Major Morning News.
DBS News. Fresh in the morning. Eye-opening and balanced. The DBS Morning News starts right now.
This morning's headlines: the new lawyer of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court set to open on the 10th of January. The veteran Calypsonian Andrew Scronta Basile to make a return to the Calypso Arena this weekend. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit to be interviewed live from DBS studios this morning at 9:30. Grenada reports increased revenue from work permits in 2024. And Los Angeles has declared a state of emergency as wildfires explode. Details of the morning news right after this.
Ho, ho, ho! Soft Weave has something special for you. Introducing Soft Weave's new Christmas design paper towel. Now this is your chance to win big for the season. Purchase Soft Weave's Christmas design paper towels and get a chance to win one of 9 amazing prizes. Prices include $1,000 cash, $500 cash, shopping vouchers, hams, and turkeys. Ho, ho, ho! So hurry now. Grab your Soft Weave Christmas design paper towels and win big. Make this season merry and mess-free. Soft Weave Christmas Edition. Promotion ends January 31st. See in stores for details.
Terms and conditions apply.
Merry Christmas to everyone.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
DBS News.
Welcome back to the DBS Major Morning News. The news this morning is brought to listeners through the kind compliments of Fine Foods Inc., Petro Caribe, and HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited. Let's remind you, a special interview with Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit. That interview from the studios of DBS is at 9:30 this morning. Among the matters to be discussed, the economy, electoral reform, lighting for Windsor Park Stadium, Roseau Enhancement Project, climate change. Among the issues to be discussed this morning on the special interview with Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit. And at 11 o'clock this morning, Creole Heartbeat and Leroy Waddick Charles, the ambassador, will be speaking with Fitzroy Williams in Trafalgar. two very special programs you don't want to miss this morning. Now, the new lawyer of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court is due to open officially on the 10th of January. Registrar of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court, Michelle Feeble, says a grand opening is planned for member states.
For us, we have that opening. We do it in January of every year. That was changed recently. We used to do it in September, but because of the hurricanes and the uncertainty that it brought, we've decided to change it and put it in January of each year. So the court's calendar is separated into 3 terms. The first term starts around January the 10th. And so to open up the entire year, to really lay out the plans, we have this ceremonial opening. We like to start things off with prayer. So we usually start off with a church service, and there'll be church services held in each of the 9 member states and territories. But the ceremonial sitting, it goes by rotation. So every year, the Court of Appeal will sit in a different island. This year, it's St. Lucia's turn. So we're right here at home where the court is hosted, the court's headquarters is hosted, to have the opening this year. And the Chief Justice, our acting Chief Justice, who's His Lordship, the Honorable Mr. Mario Michel, he will be delivering what we like to think of as our throne speech or our feature address for the opening of the law year. And the theme that we've chosen for this year's opening is accessibility and awareness, the ECSC bridging the gap through community engagement.
And that's the Registrar of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court, Michelle Feebles. 24-year-old Liam Douglas of Maho has died as a result of drowning. Police said Douglas was swimming in the sea near the jetty on Sunday, and that's in Soufriere, when he encountered some difficulties. Police said he was rescued in a submerged position by villagers, and upon rescuing him from the sea, he was not breathing and was resuscitated by Dr. Esprit, who was present on the scene. He was rushed via police vehicle to the Dominica China Friendship Hospital, where he was examined and subsequently admitted to the Alford ward, but succumbed to his injuries later. Well, police, they are following this one. We'll bring you the very latest as soon as the information becomes available. Other news this morning, the veteran Calypsonian Andrew Scrunter Basil is making a return to the Calypso arena. Scrunter, a 3-time Calypso monarch, is set to compete in this weekend's eliminations at Windsor Park Stadium forecourt. However, he is not the only veteran Calypsonian done to compete in the Dominica Calypso Association eliminations at the weekend.
39 Calypsonians have been registered for the eliminations. Actually, it's 41 registrants, but out of that 41, 39 are for the eliminations. Some of them will include some very interesting names because we have some people returning to the competition after several years. And some of them will include Scrunter, Jammer B, Chris B, General Natty, an actual veteran on the scene. Then you'll have Caressa, the likes of Caressa, the Lord Caressa. Then you have Lady S. You have the likes of Sour Sour, Bingo, Luscious, Mystery, Lady Cloudy. The time of the eliminations on Saturday will be 8 p.m. and the venue is the hard court of the Windsor Park Sports Stadium. The entrance fee is $20 and there will be no advance sales of tickets. You can only enter from paying at the door. So that's the eliminations on Saturday. That we look forward to having a pretty reasonably large crowd based on the interest that have been expressed in the competition thus far. From there, we move to the quarterfinals on February 1st.
And that's the Secretary of the Dominica Calypso Association, Daryl Bob. Managing Director of ADS Construction Inc., Chris John, says the new Dominica Grammar School will be a modern school facility. He says the 34-classroom facility is due to be handed over to the Ministry of Education in June.
All of the finishing details for all 3 new buildings is already on most of it is on island. What's not on island is on the water. And we have some renovations to do on the existing buildings, which is Block A and Block B of the main grammar school, which we were stretched with last year due to the students being in. Now that the students are out and the Ministry of Education has made a commitment to us to allow the students to be relocated, we can now go in and complete all of our remit in terms of the finishing and new aspects of the existing school, which we will complete over the next couple of months. I know we have 34 classrooms. The new buildings on this project are a new school block, which is 4 stories up, and we have a new admin building, which is a 2-story building, and a new auditorium, which will house 640 seats. Those are the new buildings on the structure, and we are also renovating the existing 2 school blocks of Blocks A and Block B of the grammar school, which includes labs, home ec classes, science classes, and general classrooms, along with the teachers' quarters on the lower floor. Besides the existing school structures, we also have a fair amount of road works on the exterior, because we have new roads. In other words, you can enter the grammar school at any point, drive around, drop off your students. There's ample parking for the new auditorium building, because that will also house external facilities in terms of meets for different groups or whatever. And we will have space for teachers parking and things like that. So there's major external works to be completed also on the project.
And that's the Managing Director of ADS Construction, Inc., Chris John. Well, Dominican artist Michael Henderson is spearheading a benefit concert this evening to raise funds for 3 charitable institutions. Well, Michael Henderson is joining us live this morning. Michael, good morning to you. Welcome to the DBS Morning News.
Good morning, Curtis, and welcome to the listeners of DBS Radio all across the island.
Thank you very much for joining us. Everything seems set for the occasion this evening.
Absolutely. We are actually just arriving in port. So the ship is docking as we speak. I'm actually watching the DBS tower as we speak. And everything is ready and in place. The band is ready. All the protocols are set because we have the honor of having the distinguished patronage of their excellencies this evening. So everything is ready, and we're hoping that we have a very productive evening.
For those who are listening to us for the first time on this matter, give us an idea what exactly you are organizing or spearheading this evening.
Well, this evening we're having a concert we've dubbed the Emerald Elegance Experience, and it's aboard the MV Freewind. They have a magnificent auditorium here called the Starlight Cabaret, and they have offered the venue to us, me, my band, and the Freewinds Band, to do a concert to raise funds for the Dominica Infirmary and the Premium Home and Residential Care Services. So basically the idea is to do something at the beginning of the year to assist with elderly care on the island, which is a very, very dear cause to my heart. So I wanted to take the opportunity, because the Freewind will only be here for one day, to do that event and to raise some much needed funds for those institutions.
How can people appear this evening? What do they have to do? And what time is the event set to begin?
Okay, so doors open at 7:30. So we're asking people to be at the Bayfront cruise ship berth at 7:30. Tickets are available at DPEX. There are still some tickets available, not a lot. So it's a limited seating. So there's a few more tickets available at DPEX. They'll probably be sold out throughout the day. If we happen to have any left over, then we may have them at the entrance of the berth for those who come without a ticket. But they're $75, and you come on board and enjoy a wonderful experience of very lovely music, exquisite, different kind of vibes than we normally have in Dominica. It's a formal event, so we want people to dress well and come and have a wonderful cabaret event.
Right, so that event, as you said, begins a little before 8 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Yes, 7:30 doors open, and the actual event will start at 8 o'clock. But we're advertising 7:30 because we want everybody seated before the arrival of Her Excellency.
Thank you very much, Michael Henderson. We wish you well as you continue to organize this event. All the best for this evening.
Thank you very much, and see you there.
Thank you very much, Michael Henderson, one of the organizers of that event, where they're trying to raise funds for some charitable institutions in Dominica. In Grenada, the Labor Department is reporting that it earned over $2 million through work permits in 2024. The department said for the year, they processed 890 work permits in varying sectors such as construction, tourism, hospitality, the yachting sector, and professional services. The department said this is a very good revenue activity for the government, saying government earned $1.8 million through work permits the previous year. Finally, this morning, Los Angeles has declared a state of emergency as wildfires exploded 10 acres to more than 2,900 acres in hours. Fire Chief Christine Crowley ordered more than 300,000 people to evacuate as 2 more fires spread to the northwest of the city. Residents say they have never seen a day like this. The fire, which broke out on Tuesday, rapidly spread in dry conditions and high winds. Winds are forecast to continue fanning the flames downwards the city. It is 15 minutes after 7 o'clock. That's news. Stay tuned. The sports report comes up shortly.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
Not only does it make your white the cleanest and brightest, the benefits of using Clean and White bleach are endless. The sterilizing property of Clean and White bleach is beneficial for several household purposes. Clean and White bleach has the ability to remove mold and mildew from hard surfaces, serve as a disinfectant for household items like your kitchen and bathroom area, and even your baby's toys. Clean and White bleach is available in various sizes at Fine Food. Call 617-6342 or order on Click and Collect your Clean and White bleach today. Clean and White bleach available at Fine Foods and sold island-wide.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe, and Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins, and bidets. PVC piping, fittings, and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
Searching for the perfect Christmas gift this season? Give your loved ones gifts that grow, gifts of lasting joy. At the National Bank of Dominica Limited, we are offering exclusive holiday deals on pre-approved credit cards and unsecured loan to help you build a secure future for those who matter most. Sign up today and you can win a $1,000 shopping spree. This holiday, sharing gifts that grow and joys that last with the National Bank of Dominica Limited. Visit us today on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or at any National Bank of Dominica Limited branch. Let us help you unwrap your financial dreams. Terms and conditions apply.
Before we get into the DBS Morning Sports Report, one reminder this morning, a special interview with the Prime Minister of Dominica, the Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit. That interview live from the studios of DBS at 9:30 this morning. The economy, electoral reform, lighting for the Windsor Park, Roseau Enhancement Project, climate change, among the issues to be discussed on the program. The Prime Minister's interview to begin at 9:30 this morning, live from the studios of DBS. And at 11 o'clock this morning, Creole Heartbeat and Ambassador Leroy Warwick-Charles will head to Trafalgar. They will interview the ace Dominican musician, Fitzroy Williams. That will take place at 11 o'clock this morning. Ambassador Leroy Warwick-Charles and Creole Heartbeat heading to Trafalgar to meet the ace Dominican musician Fitzroy Williams at 11 this morning. You don't want to miss these two programs on DBS this morning. The Sports Division Secondary Schools football competition will resume this week after the Christmas break. There will be 4 matches today at 3 different venues. In a doubleheader at Newtown, in the under 15 division, Cassibro Secondary School will play St. Mary's Academy at 2 o'clock, and at 3:30 in the under 20 division, Cassibro Secondary School will face the Academics School of Learning, while over at Dubla at 2:30 in the under 15 division, Isaiah Thomas Secondary School will be up against the Dominica Grammar School. And at Portsmouth, also at 2:30 in the under 15 division, Portsmouth Secondary School will host the Pierre Charles Secondary School. 2 matches were played at the forecourt of Windsor Park Sports Stadium in the secondary school's under-20 netball competition. In the first match, Pierre Charles Secondary School went down to Wesley High School 5-6. Shooting for Pierre Charles Secondary School, Kaylin George had 5 goals from 12 tries. For the Wesley High School, Celicia Germain converted 4 goals from 7 attempts. In the second encounter, Goodwill Secondary School went down to the Dominica Grammar School 21 goals to 23. For the Dominica Grammar School, Rochelle Marshall scored 16 goals from 24 attempts, and Gabrielle George had 5 goals from 12 shots. Roscani Philmond scored 15 goals from 22 attempts, and Mia Dangler had 2 goals from 2 attempts. In the under-20 netball competition held at Marigot between Dominica State College and the Northeast Comprehensive, the Dominica State College scored 47, Northeast Comprehensive had 23. For the college, Akila Daisy converted 25 goals, and Niabel Paquette had 22. For the Northeast Comprehensive, Kaden Wilkinson scored 13 and Ashlyn Bernard scored 7. Some cricket news now. Head coach of the West Indies Test team, Andre Kohli, says the team is preparing to give a good account of themselves in the upcoming 2-match Test series against Pakistan. The 2 Test matches will be played from the 17th to the 29th of January at the Malton Cricket Stadium. The series, which marks the final installment of the 2-year World Test Championship cycle, will see the West Indies playing a Test series in Pakistan for the very first time in 18 years. Kohli spoke with Cricket West Indies media ahead of the training sessions in Pakistan.
A new series, a new opportunity. We haven't played a test series or a test match in Pakistan for a few years. So we're all looking forward to it, to the challenges that it will pose. Yes, it's a little cooler than what we would have been accustomed to in the Caribbean, but we are also prepared for that. And having arrived in Pakistan, we continued a bit of recovery. And then we start training tomorrow. And then that would lead, after a couple of days, that would lead into the 3-day match that we have as part of our prep ahead of the test series. We're not going in our prep with any expectations. When we go there, we'll assess the conditions. That's the whole idea of having some prep time ahead of the test series. Sometimes you could go into a series, go into a condition that is potentially a bit different from, what you're used to at home. But we're going to make sure that when we get on the ground that we assess what the conditions are, then we prepare. And then based on what we expect in Multan, we would then continue to shape our preparation around that. The focus shouldn't be around creating history. It's around using the learning from 2024, the consistency that we've been searching for over the last 12 months, being more consistent around how we want to play the game, the brand of cricket that we want to play, different people in the squad who would have missed out on opportunities before. Use this as an opportunity to be better and do it in conditions that some instances could be different. We have seen in the past where, Pakistan would have prepared pitches that were good for batting. They would have assisted pace. And then most recently against spin, against England, prepared a surface that is spun. So for us, it's about us preparing so that whether it is a pace or spin-friendly track, that we are equally prepared to give a good account of ourselves here.
And that's the head coach of the West Indies Test team, Andre Kohli. Let's go back to some football news. New India Goodwill Runners secured a 2-0 win over Harlem United in action from the DFA Women's Premier League at the weekend. Ali and George put Goodwill Runners in the lead with a well-timed strike in the 38th minute, while in the 72nd minute, Captain Rosilia Regis delivered a masterful assist, setting up Brianna Briggs to seal the win. Training is on the way for the national under-17 football team as part of the selection process for the team. The Dominica Football Association DFA this week held an exhibition game for the players. Assistant coach Lennon Banis spoke with the DFA Public Relations Officer Abby Lawrence into the journey of shaping the future of Dominica's football.
Well, currently preparation have been going smoothly. We working with what we have any time we were given with the team. Today we just in the business of selecting the final squad to travel basically to compete. I think on the 1st of February.
So you have a short space of time to get these boys ready. What were some of the challenges you encountered?
Well, the challenge is basically the time, the period of time, the time we had to actually get the team ready, football-wise. That was only the main issue, is the time, the length of time to train.
And that's the assistant coach of the national under-17 football team, Lennon Banis. Let's go back to some cricket news. The England and Wales Cricket Board has called for a unified response to action against Afghanistan amid calls for the England men's team to boycott next month's Champions Trophy match between the two sides. England are due to face Afghanistan on the 26th of February, but UK politicians want the team to refuse to play the 50 overs match and take a stand against the Taliban regime's assault on women's rights. The England Cricket Board is under pressure to take action after receiving a letter from a Labour MP signed by a cross-party group of more than 160 politicians urging England to boycott the match to send a clear signal that such abuses will not be tolerated. Women's participation in sport has effectively been outlawed since the Taliban's return to power in 2021, and many of Afghanistan's female players left the country for their own safety. In response to the letter, the ECB chief executive Richard Gold said the governing body is committed to finding a solution which upholds the rights of women and girls in Afghanistan. That too is a look at the DBS morning news and sports. Of course, you don't want to miss DBS for the rest of the day. Some serious programming on for today on DBS. You want to be around with us until close down time at 11 on behalf of the sports and news departments and our link person Hazari Williams. Curtis Matthew saying good morning. Do have a very productive day today.
Searching for the perfect Christmas gift this season. Give your loved ones gifts that grow, gifts of lasting joy. At the National Bank of Dominica Limited, we are offering exclusive holiday deals on pre-approved credit cards and unsecured loans to help you build a secure future for those who matter most. Sign up today and you can win a $1,000 shopping spree this holiday, sharing gifts that grow and joys that last with the National Bank of Dominica Limited. Visit us today on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or at any National Bank of Dominica Limited branch. Let us help you unwrap your financial dreams. Terms and conditions apply.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
DBS News. Accurate, up-to-date, professional. We bring you the news of the nation via 3 newscasts, Monday to Saturday at 7 a.m. The DBS Major Morning News, 1:15 p.m. Your lunchtime news bulletin, and at 6 in the evening, the DBS Evening News. Call us at 448-4302. Listen on www.dbcradio.net. Don't forget to like our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/DBS Radio. Stay on top of the nation's news with your nation station, DBS. It's now 7:32 on your Nature Isle. Coming up shortly, we'll bring you your morning's weather report. Before we do so, would like to remind you of your Kalinago phrase for today, and that's "it must be done this year" in Kalinago, and that's Mekaiti, Latukawa, Lau Irumu Liha. Mekaiti, Latukawa, Lau Irumu Liha. Mekaiti, Mekeiti, Latukawa, Latukanwa, Lao, Lao, Irumu, Irumu, and Liha, Liha. Mekaiti, Latukawa, Lao, Irumu, Liha. It must be done this year in Kalinago. Join us tomorrow morning, God willing, at roughly 6:47 for another edition of your Kalinago word, phrase, or sentence of the day. Up next, your morning's weather report made possible compliments of the good folks of Big Edge Financial and Flow Dominica Limited.
Here's a fun fact. In just 29 seconds, you can say goodbye to paper bills forever. Seriously, in 29 seconds. That's less time than this ad. Head over to discoverflow.co or visit us in-store and update your contact information now. By October 1st, your bills will be digital, easy to access, secure, and hassle-free. So what are you waiting for? This ad still has 2 seconds left, and you could have already gone paperless.
At this time, we say good morning to Dane Charles with this morning's weather report. Good morning.
Good morning. This is your weather update from the Dominica Meteorological Service at the Douglas Charles Airport for the 8th of January 2025, recorded at 7 a.m. Today's weather is expected to be fair to occasionally cloudy with scattered showers during the early morning. The conditions at Douglas Charles Airport this morning were cloudy The surface winds came from the west-northwest at 4 knots or 7 kilometers an hour, and the temperature was 22 degrees Celsius or 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Yesterday's rainfall at Douglas Charles was 24.3 millimeters, and the monthly rainfall so far has been 58.3 millimeters. Sunset today is at 5:51 p.m. and sunrise tomorrow at 6:34 a.m. High tide today at 10:08 a.m. and the next low tide at 5:35 p.m. And now the weather outlook for Dominica and the Lesser Antilles. A weak high-pressure system is a dominant feature, resulting in a relatively dry atmosphere. However, shallow cloud patches moving westward with the wind flow are expected to result in occasionally cloudy skies with few light showers, mainly during the morning periods. A high surf advisory will remain in effect during today for a long period northeasterly ground swells. The small craft advisory will be discontinued by this afternoon, as wave heights are expected to decrease along the northern through eastern coastline. Small craft operators and sea bathers should be on alert and should continue to exercise caution due to above normal seas, breaking wave action, and rip currents along the island's coasts. And now the weather forecast for today and tonight. The synopsis: a high pressure system is the dominant feature. The forecast for today and tonight is fair to occasionally cloudy, with scattered showers during the early morning. The winds are expected to come from the east-northeast to east-southeast at 10 to 25 kilometers an hour. Sea conditions expected moderate in open water, with waves from 1.5 to 2 meters or 5 to 7 feet. A high surf advisory and a small craft advisory are in effect. For more information about weather conditions, visit our website at www.weather.gov.dm or call us at 266-4490. For further information, like our Facebook page at Dominica Meteorological Service, follow us on Instagram at Dominica Met, and also on our WhatsApp channel at 618-3469. Reporting from the Douglas Charles Airport, I am Dane Charles.
And we thank Dane Charles for this morning's weather report, made possible compliments Flow Dominica Limited and Big Edge Financial.
You've got the edge over your circumstances. Many times there'll be trials to face, at least when it comes to your waning finances. You've got the edge, help is coming your way. You've got Big Edge for those days when you're running low. Big Edge is the place to go. Big Edge, the cash can be in your hand with the easiest payment plan. Big Edge, cash in a flash.
Make weather information a part of your daily life. Listen to the weather report after the morning news and at 1:10 p.m. daily on DBS Radio. A message from the Dominica Meteorological Service, your trusted source for weather information.
This is DBS Radio.
22 minutes before 8. That's the time here on Your Nature Isle. Up next, we present the general announcements on your community bulletin board, made possible compliments the Central Cooperative Credit Union and Valley Engineering Sales and Services.
Central Cooperative Credit Union is encouraging all members to update their accounts. Members, please present the following at any of our 2 branches. Valid picture ID. This could be a passport, Dominica Social Security card, government-issued ID, such as driver's license or state ID. Proof of address, reflecting your name and current address. This document could be a utility bill, hire purchase document, bank statement, bank reference letter, employment letter, or driver's license. Where your driver's license is presented as a proof of address, You will need to present your passport or Dominica Social Security card as identification. While you are at the branch of your choice, please take the opportunity to update the beneficiary to your account. The purpose of this is to ensure that upon your death, the person whom you so desire will get the proceeds to your account. Please visit our Goodwill or Portsmouth branch today. Our friendly and efficient staff are waiting to serve you.
And now, your community bulletin board.
Dowasco apologizes to customers of Batica for the unscheduled interruption to their water supply throughout this past week. Be informed that investigations are ongoing and works are underway to restore optimal operations of the network in the quickest possible time. Dowasco regrets this inconvenience and thanks customers for their understanding. The Dominica Export-Import Agency Dexia wishes to inform the general public that its offices at all its locations, Dexia's main office, Dexia's warehouse, Roseau Market Office, Roseau Fish Market Office, and multi-purpose pack houses, Roseau and Portsmouth, will be closed on Thursday, January 9, 2025 from 2 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. This is to facilitate a general staff meeting. The Comptroller of Inland Revenue Division wishes to inform all eligible persons, specifically all government employees, who wish to have an application for tax adjustment done in respect of mortgage interest, student loan interest, property insurance premiums, and health insurance premiums paid in respect of the income year 2025, that the deadline for doing so is Friday, January 10, 2025. All are advised to do so before the deadline, as failure to do so will result in your tax being reverted to the normal tax tables. Please be guided accordingly. The public is informed of a road closure for blasting operations at the quarry site in Crapo Hall, Marigot on today, Wednesday, January 8th, 2025, between the hours of 3:30 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. Please be guided accordingly. Business Training Center announces registration for classes starting January 13, 2025. New vocational courses in medical administrative assistant, hospitality and culinary arts, agri-science and technology, CSEC math, English and office administration, Excel and QuickBooks, Cambridge college diplomas in project management, secretarial duties, human resource, bookkeeping, essential everyday English, accounting and finance, Penn Foster College diploma in plumbing, short courses in marketing and sales management, stores inventory and warehouse management, after-school program for children. To register, visit www.btcdominica.com or WhatsApp or call 767-612-0205 or 448-0248. Members of the Marigot Cooperative Credit Union and the general public are informed that all offices of the Marigot Cooperative Credit Union Limited will remain open today, Wednesday, January 8th, from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. All offices are expected to be closed at 12 noon